Hey, welcome to everybody. I am Abdul Hadid. In this tutorial, we will learn about the cloud networking and the system admins. Uh, let's start with this tutorial. What is the system admin work in the Linux? As a system administrator manages configuration, upkeep, and reliable operations of computer operations. System admin handles servers, has to manage systems performance and security without exceeding the budget to meet users need. System admin handles all the servers of in which they are working, like he is working for some office, and he managed thousands of servers without exceeding the budget to meet users need. That the system admin has deployed some application in the Linux, and company want to make it performance and security features with that budget, not exceed that budget. Then the system admin will make a strategy and make a design for the deployment, that how to I deploy this application that users that meet the user need, and not go no exceed the budget. A system administrator only deal with the terminals interface. I hope so you have familiar with the Linux terminal. And you are familiar with the DevOps work. There are some important commands for the system admins. Man that display the information about all commands. And uptime show how long system is running. My system is running from 2 days. Two users login, and users, there are 2 users login. DevOps and Linux. Service is used for execute any script in the Linux. Pkill used to kill a process. Pmap memory map of a process. wget to download the file from network. This command I have also used in the last tutorial. Free show the memory status. Total memory is this, and use is this, free is this, shared, buffered memory, and available. Top command is used to check the processor activities. And last is used for user activity in the system. PS is used for processing running on the system. Then shutdown command, shutdown and reboot from the command. Info, display info about the given command. env define the environment variable. Netstat we have go through from the last tutorial. Nano is the editor, and cat is used. pwd chown command. Echo is used for display the text like equal to export equal to echo echo is used for the output the information. In the curly braces we have read this text and it's shown, and mount ifconfig sudo command root command ping command. All these command we have go through from in the last tutorials. If you have any confusion, you can ask on the email, and you can also watch the last tutorials. Let's go to the cloud networking and cloud computing. What is the cloud networking? Cloud networking is the use of cloud-based services to deploy a corporate network that connect an organization's employee resources and application. And in the traditionally, organization use their own private network hardware component to create an isolate wide area network for secure communication and application deployment. Before cloud, the companies and the on internet informations are gathered through this way from the own private network. Now after the cloud networking, cloud computing, the cloud-based services are mostly used to deploy a corporate network that connects organizations, employee resources and applications. Setting up and manage the network was expensive and complicated. Cloud networking solves these challenges by allowing organization to use virtual network component instead. A third-party cloud service provider maintain and manage networking hardware and infrastructure. This way, organization network administrator can focus on efficiency and optimize configuration. We will go through this and I will explore with you practically how the deployments in the cloud via cloud networking and how to work on cloud network. Cloud networking can improve efficiency, scalability and security of organization. Efficient network management and increase scalability. What is the efficient network management? In the custom networking solution, third-party telecommunication provider like in the Pakistan, Niatel, PTCL, with the high cost and significant resource overhead, you have to purchase new networking equipment like hardware, servers, and communicate with the third party for network change, update, or new satellite business sites. With cloud networking, the organization administration can work within cloud platform in software to define new network solution or change existing solution. Network management become more streamlined and cost efficient nowadays. For increase scalability, help your the organization prepare for many possible future outcomes. From this, more agility in the deployment and the services. in the traditional way to bringing on new business sites required strategy, network communication, and investment in physical infrastructure like by the servers of thousands of dollars, and scaling was expensive and slow. With the cloud network, it is possible to roll out a new site with the custom network configuration in in-house instance of days, weeks. You can create direct secure connection to organization resources and site in just a few steps. Similarly, you can bring sites offline and decomposition networks such as quickly and easily. Uh, Nowadays, for the scalability, the cloud services provides the autoscalers to scale the businesses. Scalability use if there are one server, and in the one server there are thousands of user come. If the servers not bear the load of the users, it can scale another servers for the users. Other users will come on other servers on the same host. Easier security in the cloud networking virtual cloud network solution have created specifically for the organization to build own secure network with software. Due to economies of scale, cloud provider cutting edge infrastructure and highly secure physical network component to enhance security. We can use networking security tools like in the AWS WAF and the other services of the cloud source. Improve monitoring and maintenance. While many physical networking solutions are managed and maintained by telecommunication companies, others require in-house physical management. Cloud-based networking removes the need for physical maintenance. We don't need any physical maintenance to manage the servers. Cloud-based networking remove all these components. It gives organization to full visibility into traffic data across the network and accessible through a range of network management and a solution tool with the monitoring and the graphical interface. How does cloud networking work? Traditionally, before cloud computing use and cloud networking use, the businesses rent a server in nearby data center, like they are 5 kilometers away from my house. There's data center. I will pay a rent of per hour, per minute, or per day, like $100. The business would purchase direct network link it to from office site through a telecommunication provider. Today, cloud networking configuration use cloud-based virtual servers in the region, and they connect to office sites by using a cloud-based virtual private network and gateway. Cloud networking is a virtual network component, topologies and configuration that run on cloud provider physical networking infrastructure. We can define our out network as a software. We can create our own local area network, and we can also provide our wireless internet with the cloud sources. I hope it is clear to you how the cloud networking works. Now come to the main points, and these are also the interviews question. What is the virtualization? What is the VPC in the cloud? What is the hybrid cloud networking? These are the very main topics we have to must familiar with this. With these three topics, these are very main. Keep it your attention at these points and make a notes for these, and let's What is the virtualization? If anyone asks you in the DevOps interview, what is the virtualization and how virtualization work, we will prepare every our learnings and the tutorial with the interview perspective, that will more easy to go in the industry and make your concept clear about every technology and the skills. What is the virtualization? Cloud networking services are possible because of virtualization. What is the cloud network services? Because these are possible because of the virtualization. What is the virtualization? Through software logic, we can define network components such as virtual routers, virtual firewalls, virtual load balancers, and even full network layout. The virtualization means that the only limit to the possibilities of cloud networking and are the capacity and capability of the underlying physical infrastructure. Let's search also. What is virtualization? Virtualization is a technology and in cloud computing, virtualization is a technology that can use to create virtual representation of servers, storage, network, and other physical machines. Virtual software mimics the function of physical hardware to run multiple virtual machines simultaneously on a single physical machine. Businesses use virtualization. Which businesses? Cloud businesses, to use their hardware resources efficiently and get greater returns from their investment. It also powers cloud computing services that helps organizations manage infrastructure more efficiently. Why is virtualization important? By using virtualization, we can interact any hardware source with greater flexibility. Physical servers consume electricity, take up storage space, need maintenance, and we often limited physical proximity and network design. If we want to access them, virtualization remove all the limitation by abstracting physical hardware functionality into software. We can manage, maintain, and use the hardware infrastructure like an application on the web. Virtualization example are: consider a company that needs servers for three functions: store business email securely, run a customer facing application, run internal application. Each of these functions have different configuration requirements. The email configuration requires more capacity, storage capacity, and window operating system, and the other one have customer facing application requires a Linux OS and high processing power to handle large volume of website traffic. Then the third one, the internal business application require OS and RAM, internal memory. To meet this requirement, the company set up three different physical servers for each application. The company must make a high initial investment and perform ongoing maintenance and upgrades for one machine at a time. The company also cannot optimize its computing capacity. It pays hundreds of the servers maintenance cost but uses a fraction of the storage and processing capacity. I hope it is clear to you what is the virtualization. To properly understand kernel-based virtual machine, you first need to understand some basic concept of virtualization. In virtualization, Virtualization is the process of that allow a computer to share its hardware resource with multiple digitally separated environment. Each virtualization environment run with its allocated resources such as memory, processing power and storage. With virtualization, organization can switch between different OS on the same servers without rebooting. Virtual machine and hypervisors are two different concepts in the virtualization. Virtualization again go through virtualization is a process that allow a computer to share its hardware resources. In the hardware there are RAM, storage, memory, processing power, like this. Each virtualization environment and its allocated resource. With virtualization, organization can switch on the different OS on the same servers. What is the virtual machine? A virtual machine is a software-defined component that run on physical computer with a separate OS and computing resource. The physical computer is called the host machine and virtual machine and guest machine. Multiple virtual machine can run on single physical machine. Virtual machine are abstracted from the computer hardware by a hypervisor. The hypervisor is a software component that manages multiple VM in the virtual machine in the computer. It ensures that each virtual machine gets the allocated resources and does not interfere with the operation of other virtual machine. There are two types of hypervisor. First one is bare metal hypervisor, and hypervisor program installed on computer hardware instead of OS. One hypervisor can better the performance for the enterprise application. The type 2 is the hosted hypervisor and it is installed on OS. Hypervisor are suitable for end user computing. The benefits are efficient resource use, automate IT management, and faster disaster recovery. You can read in this link. I will share. I hope now it is clear to you what is the virtualization. We have to virtual diagram. In the traditional way, they are the servers that install on OS and the hardware. In the virtualization, hypervisor and is in the it is the layer of cloud computing and the top of the upper layers of servers with the virtualization concept. We will also go through with this in the Dockerization. Type 1 hypervisor, there are two hypervisor we have studied. First one is installed on the hardware. This is the hardware installed, and the top of above there is OS, and OS is linked with our application. Like we have the application in our mobile, like WhatsApp we have downloaded in the with the Play Store with the help of the installed OS. All the devices are running on the OS in the world. All the application IoT applications or AC TVs are and everything like smartwatches running on the embedded OSs. OS is very main concept. We will also go through with the OS in the coming tutorials. What is the OS and what is the algorithm of OS? In this, there is a layer of hypervisor, and in the below of hypervisor there is hardware. Hardware is the sources allocated resources like RAM, ROM, and the processing powers. And the type 2 of hypervisor is hardware like the memory, RAM, ROM, and processing power. In top of this OS install, and there is another layer hypervisor that is installed in top of the OS. This is the second. I hope so it is clear to you that what is the virtualization. It is very main concept of in the networking and the DevOps, MLOps, and the cloud computing field. And when you go in the industry, this question must ask by any of the professionals. You know about virtualization. Virtualization is the technology to enable the virtual source. VPC. What is the VPC? Combining other cloud sources with the cloud network. Combine the cloud sources with the cloud network is known as VPC. With the VPC we can define a virtual private network and run cloud network source within bounds. You have internet based remote access through a virtual private network and the software defined gateway. A virtual private cloud is logically isolated from the public cloud. You can think of VPC as your own virtual data center. For instance, our organization can establish a subnet in a particular AWS region and available zone. We can add EC2 instance and other cloud services. We can also add other subnet to EC2 in different available zone with network traffic shared between the two regions. What is VPC in cloud computing? VPC is a secure, isolated, polite cloud hosted within a public cloud. We have checked the AWS documentation about the VPC. With VPC we can launch AWS host in a logically isolated virtual network. We can define the virtual network closely resemble a traditional network. You did operate in our own data center with the benefit of scalable infrastructure of the cloud. This diagram shows it is the region of VPC. It is the region top of VPC like US East 1 and VPC. In this there are subnets, internet gateway, and have subnets They are private and public subnets. Each have the availability zone, and each subnet have the instances. And these are subnet and instances are on the internet with the help of internet gateway. I hope this diagram show clearly uh, we have different regions like EC2 is the servers, and in this instance we have deploy our application, and for the publicly available we have to make an internet gateway for this on the VPC, and this application will be accessible on the internet. How it works? VPC Amazon VPC give full control over virtual networking environments, include source placement, connectivity and security. We can set up our VPC when we have sign up. I recommend to you that you have to sign up for your AWS account on the sign up AWS keywords on your Google search. This will move to this page, and I have already created my account. I will show you the practical demonstration of VPC and the services of the cloud computing of AWS. We will explore one by one all the services. First we have to clear from this concept what is the hybrid cloud networking. Within cloud networking, not all networking components or resources need to be cloud based. For example, cloud networking configuration can connect to on-premises data centers and side branches that traditional networking infrastructure and the public internet. We have to note our all network component resource on the cloud, but because of search here hybrid cloud. Hybrid clouds is the environment, is a cloud computing environment that combined on-premises data center, also called a private cloud, with the public cloud, along data and application to be shared between them. Like this is the hybrid cloud visualization. It is the traditional infrastructure we have by a server in our office, and we have maintained some our servers here, and we have private cloud, and the other one is public cloud. We have this layer is called the hybrid cloud. Some of our resources are running on our physical server, and some of are in public clouds. This is the traditional hybrid cloud architecture is the diagram. This is hybrid cloud managers that manage the VMs and WANs, and in this they are on-premises deployment and data sets. They are linked with public cloud API and assets, and this is linked with the API cloud private cloud deployment assets, and this will these all have on-premises, cloud and private all connect with the APIs, and that's have the wide area networks and VMs, and that is connect with the hybrid cloud manager. With the help of hybrid cloud manager, users are using these hybrid cloud technologies. The next one is what is the difference between the cloud networking and cloud computing. Cloud networking is just one cloud infrastructure component that available as a service from a cloud computing provider. Cloud computing traditionally offers users access to a range of rented virtualized IT infrastructures such as servers, storage, and networking. A cloud providers own and runs the underlying physical resources. These resources are offered as a service to customers through software-based network management. The physical infrastructure itself is distributed across the world through virtualization. And my question is this here: why is cloud possible? Tell me on comment. Because just of the virtualization. This means that multiple customers can run logically isolated private infrastructure on the same underlying physical hardware. Cloud computing has now expanded beyond hardware-based infrastructure services to the products such as tools, platforms, and the serverless computing. We will go through in the coming tutorials of the AWS cloud computing services. I hope it is clear to you what is the difference between the cloud networking and the cloud computing. Cloud networking is just one cloud infrastructure component that available as a service just, and the cloud computing have thousands and hundreds of services like storage and serverless and tools of meetings and many more tools of security and machine learning, AI, all the services provided by the cloud providers. How can AWS support our your cloud networking requirements? There are some ways to connect to the cloud source. There are some links. Get started with the cloud networking by create an account today. You have to must create your account. In the next tutorial we will go through with the cloud networking and the cloud computing resources, and go through with the every service of the AWS. You have to sign up and go through with me practically. We have almost complete our Linux playlist in this tutorial. Now we will more learn Linux with the help of cloud computing services, cloud computing networking, and next our journey is with the cloud computing and cloud services. We will explore the GitHub and also make a account in the GitHub. I will tell you in the next tutorial. Then we will move to Ansible, then we will move to Kubernetes. I hope almost you have familiar with the Linux that is completed from my side. This is very basics of the Linux. You have to must familiar with this all of these command and concepts of the Linux tools and technologies. You have to on your own explore the Linux usage and how the Linux we deploy on the Linux servers, and how to use the Linux servers on cloud. We will go through in practically in the last you have to must sign up your account and practically do with me the cloud networking and the cloud computing source, because of this is the very demanding field. There are 122% job ratio in the all over the world. There are thousands and lakhs of jobs in the world. I hope it is clear to you. Thank you very much. If you have any question, you can ask me on the WhatsApp and the email. Thank you.